Yo, what's going on Instagram Live? This is your boy, the one and only Huncho J23, coming to you live right now with another edition of Independent Scene, the most latest, hottest, most episodic show all across the social media platforms and all across the network. I want to take this opportunity right now to thank you guys for joining me on this afternoon. It is going to be a great time tonight. I got 2 episodes tonight. I got one now, and I got one at 7:15, so make sure you guys stay tuned in. Make sure you guys stay locked in. I want to give a shout out to Not Yet Famous, the podcast. What's going on? So real quick, welcome to episode, I think this is 163. I think it's 163 if I'm not mistaken. 163. I hope you guys will enjoy. And if I'm saying that wrong, then please forgive me. Please correct me. But tonight we got my man J.Quest in the building. He's coming through. We're going to be chopping it up real, chopping it up real slight. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, I'm going to get my mans in here. And we're going to get this show on the road. You know what I mean? Actually, 164. Actually, this is 164. My correction, guys. My correction. 164. Welcome to 164. Let me see. Get my mans in here, and then we're going to get this thing started. But what's good, Jeff? What's going on, partner? Yeah, I want to welcome you guys to the platform. Welcome you guys to the channel. This is episode 164 of Independent Scene with yours truly, Honcho J. I thank you guys for joining me and tuning in. And with that being said, my guest is in the building. So without that being said, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my guest at this time, J.Quest. Let's get it. It says it's waiting. Hold up. Let me see. Let me try this again.
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
What's going on, man?
Nothing much, man. Just living, up in this closet.
I feel that, man. Well, first of all, man, welcome to the platform, man. How you doing?
Yeah, happy to be here. I'm doing fantastic. I just got back from going to the studio. That was pretty great. I just put out some fire tracks. Definitely felt good about those. Just came back so I could show up on this interview. Be excited.
Yes, sir. We definitely gonna get into it, man. Like I said, it's an honor to have you a part of the podcast, man. I definitely, am always honored to be able to, get in, talk to the people, man, talk to the artists out here and figure out who they are, things of that nature. So, man, with that being said, to introduce yourself to the people, let the people know who you are, and then we're going to jump right into it.
I'm saying, first off, let me pick this up, get some light on my face. I'm J.Quest, a.k.a. Jason Bonner the second. My father is the first. I was born in Alaska. I'm a military kid, so I did a lot of moving around and stuff. And now I'm here in South Carolina, just trying to make a career, make a name for myself.
I feel that. You definitely want to learn how to make that name for yourself, man. So that's definitely what it is, man. That's definitely what it is. All right. Well, first things first, man. Where did all the music start for you, and how did you get into this music life?
I would have to say that the music started for me when I was in Florida, because I had some of my friends with me, Kyle and some other guys that I had, and they just was like, bro, we should be freestyling, we should do something, So we would freestyle, we would hang out after class, and I just got more involved in that. And I already loved music for so long, especially rap music. And after that, I was like, well, man, I think I could do something with this.
Okay.
So I decided to, start getting some writing done and get better at the writing. And then I just got to a place where I feel 100% confident in my music.
Okay. So let me ask you this. So how does it feel to be, a male artist out here, putting out music and, and spreading your message to the people? How does that feel?
I've never really thought about how being a male artist per se affects, you know, how I take it in. I feel like being an artist in general is a blessing, and having the ability to make music and make good music and make music that other people like, because having people like stuff that you like is usually not uh, the expected result. And having that come back is nice. It's a warm feeling, and it's support beyond anything that I've seen before.
Okay, okay. So real quick, man, and I'm gonna be switching gears quite a bit, so just go with the flow. So
Yeah, man, I'm down for anything.
so real quick, man. So being a part of this music game, man, how do you feel about, you know, the music as it relates to where it's from way back then to now? Like, how do you feel like its transition has caught up to today's age and today's, you know what I'm saying, 21st century, as they say?
Right. Well, I feel like back then the music was more survival based.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was a lot more. Okay, we really got to get it. There's no technological outpour of supporters that could just see you on demand. Like you got to go out to people. You got to, you got to really push that actual marketing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, just personal relationships, all of that. It was definitely a lot more technical, and there was a lot more that you had to worry about as far as what you were doing and how you were getting to the people. But now, I mean, it's definitely still an art, and it is still very important, but it's gotten much easier. It's gotten significantly easier. Okay. Because I could make a song and then just click a button and then upload it. And whereas people back then, they would have had to go record that and then maybe get CDs or get tapes. And then they would have had to go push those tapes or CDs out to a bunch of people, schedule shows themselves, or if they had a manager, get them to schedule shows and, work that route more manually than we have to now.
Okay, I feel that. So speaking on the topic of CDs and tapes, man, during that time, during that era, man, like you said, it was a lot of CDs being put out, a lot of tapes being put out. And then, of course, came along MP3. So how do you feel about that transition from us going from CDs to tapes to MP3 players to CD players to iPods to now just being able to just now go on our phone and just easily pull up a song and boom, there you go. Like, how do you feel about that transition?
I mean, I'm shocked. I grew up in the technology age. So, I mean, I've had a phone for a minute. And even if I didn't, the technology was definitely more prevalent than it was before me. But I think it's amazing. I think it's absolutely amazing how people have pushed technology and pushed its uses and, reasons for being in our life. And I think it's amazing. I think it does a lot for music. Mm-hmm. I think it does a lot for the people trying to enjoy that music. Like, I think it connects us more. Even if it may hurt us at times in the social aspect of actually those person-to-person interactions, music-wise, it's done loads, and it is a great benefit to distribution and marketing and getting seen.
Okay, I feel that. So let me ask you this: so so again, tapping back into you being an artist. What's been the message behind your music that you want the people to take away from your music at the end of the day?
I would say that the message of my music is that I am who I am. Going into my music, you are willingly experiencing me and anything that I may feel or think about, whether it be, oh, I'm feeling saucy today, I really want to talk. I want to let people know how I'm feeling. Or if it's like, okay, I'm feeling kind of reflective today, I think this song may be about something more. It may be about, if I'm struggling with responsibilities of adult life or anything like that. I think it is just learning me, and in exchange, me giving an entertaining and awesome experience. I think that my music is good. I've heard and had people say that they enjoyed my music, which made me feel even better, because my goal is just to leave people either the same or better than when I came in their life. So as long as I'm doing that, I'm succeeding.
Okay. So let me ask you this. So what's been that one song that you've created that still to this day you and a lot of others still vibe to and just they love it? Like, what's been the number one song that you have really just said, you know what, this is legit. Like, this is the song I had to put out.
Yeah. Ultra Instinct. Ultra Instinct, definitely. And then just as a little honorable mention, Never Again. Both of those two songs were definitely ones that get played often. If I ever check my stats, I probably see one of those, if not any others. And it's very nice. Because I personally, when I listen to Ultra Instinct, I'd be like, I didn't write that. That's crazy. That's amazing. And then I'd be like, nah, I did. I really did.
Right.
It's impressive to myself just because I really try to be humble. And at a certain point, it shadows me from seeing even what I can do. And then letting myself do that, I'm like, yeah, I didn't expect that.
Right. I feel that. All right, so real quick, talk to us a little bit about your mental state. And what I mean by mental state, when it comes to performances and going on stage and performing, how do you mentally get your mind prepared to go on stage and just deliver? Like, what is that process like for you?
Well, I know whenever I hit a stage or do some songs for people or any type of performance, I know for me, there is no process. I take it as it is. I get nervous and I feel it in my body and I let my emotions ride through. Because I know once I get started and I get on a flow or I'm doing the song and I see the response, I'm going to get into it. And then it's gonna go away. So I push through and I power through. Use during the performance before or after, just to kind of push that forward and really get the song out in the desired way that I wanted.
Okay. So real quick, so talk to us a little bit about the audience. I mean, do you usually get like a diverse audience, a mixed audience? Is it usually grown-ups, usually kids? Like, who really flocks more to your music and when it comes to audience wise?
Well, I know right now I've been blessed to hit a good couple of age groups. I was very happy to see that the reception is good and that, all ages like my stuff, especially adults. I put a lot of weight on their opinion just because of how many decades of music they've experienced, and whether consciously or subconsciously, all that music that they've listened to, they have a good judgment on what music hits them. And since I'm trying to hit as many people as possible, hearing them say that they enjoy it as well as the younger people definitely is nice. It's mostly males, which is funny, but I've definitely gotten more females as time has gone on. And I know I've released a couple more songs that were a bit on the more emotional side. I think probably one or two right now, but I definitely have more coming. And I think I'm getting a good spread right now, and I expect to see more of the same.
Okay. So real quick, when it comes to, and you mentioned, females, we have a lot of women out here that have trailblazed and have paved the way for other, up and coming artists and things of that nature. But how do you feel about the women aspect and them stepping into the forefront and really solidifying themselves as the true dominant queens out here in this music game?
Man, I think it's fantastic. I think women should have been recognized and praised in music, especially rap music, long, long ago. I think that they do great music.
Mm-hmm.
Their capabilities of song topics and just the spectrum of issues they can comment on, or even the spectrum of music they can make, just in my mind is wider, and they definitely have a lot more options and leeway with how they do things, and I definitely think they should capitalize on that, because a lot of the women artists that I've seen, I've been very impressed with, and I would love to work with them, and they all make great music.
Okay, I feel that and I respect that. Okay. So real quick, when it comes to era of music, what's been the greatest era of music that you can recall that most times takes you back down memory lane, like when it first came out and things of that nature? What has been the greatest era to you?
I would have to say the 2000s,
Okay.
just because that's when I felt there was the best music to conflict ratio in the world as far as what we're actually dealing with compared to, what the music is talking about and how it makes us feel and different things like that. And I think the music in the 2000s was bumping. I think that music gave a lot of people a lot of great feelings. And then I think that our just reality conflict was low compared to where it's at now. So it definitely meshed well, especially for me. And it's a lot of the music that I think about and follow to this day, especially Busta Rhymes.
Okay.
Especially Busta Rhymes.
Okay.
Wow.
Feel that?
Yeah.
All right. So with that being said, man, so give us right now your top 5 favorite artists of all time.
Got ahead of myself. Okay. Top 5. Ooh, that's hard. I would definitely have to say Nas is number 1.
Okay.
Just because, like, I don't even think I gotta explain that. That dude's amazing. His track record is beautiful. Like, his discography is so, just, it touches on so many things and it hits always. Like, and then Busta Rhymes, definitely, because Look at Me Now. That song was the reason that I rap the way I do, or I even like listen to as much music as I do, just because that his part really just put me and was like, yeah, this is definitely what I want to do. I love that. That was amazing. Drake, definitely, because I mean he's been on top for so long. That dedication and commitment and ability to even be up there in that stratosphere for so long is definitely impressive. And I mean, giving him third doesn't even do enough justice to it, but at the same time, that's just what the list is. 4, JID. Definitely JID. And then 5, Kendrick Lamar. Just because only at 5, just because of the impact that the others have had. But if the others weren't there, Kendrick would be number 1 for sure. But yeah, so
Okay.
Nas, Busta, Drake, JID, and Kendrick.
Okay.
Top.
Okay. All right. So real quick, man, switching gears real quick. Tell us a little bit about your growing up, man. What was it like growing up as a kid? Like, what were some of your childhood moments or your childhood memories? And how was it, just being that kid and then finally growing up and then coming into the man that you are today?
It was definitely a journey, and I learned a lot during that journey. A lot of it, well, the first half was mostly just understanding myself and just where I was at. And even as I was growing up as a kid, luckily I had the father that I had, who had extreme amounts of knowledge that, as far as I know, nobody else had in their arsenal at the time, and even now. And just him raising me on what he taught me and what he had learned from getting it himself the rough way, it put me in a real good position to understand myself and figure out who I am and what I'm going for early. And then the second half of my life so far has just been, figuring out my music, making sure it is what I want it to be. And then when it's what I want it to be, putting it out, just striving to make it in that, because it's definitely something I feel I'm meant to do. And just, learning intimacy and friendship relationships and responsibilities as far as bills and things like that. It's been a constant learning experience. Okay. But I'm definitely on board with it all.
Okay. Now, real quick, how old are you, by the way?
I am 20. I actually just turned 20 December 1st.
Okay. Well, happy birthday. Happy belated birthday to you, my guy. And real quick, what's your sign? What's your zodiac?
I'm a Sagittarius.
Okay. Shouts out to all my Sagittarius out there all over the world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All right. So real quick, and I appreciate you, for giving us some insight on your growing up and your backstory a little bit.
Course.
So real quick, man. There's been, we've been having a lot of versus battles as of late, due to VH1 and Timbaland and Swiss Beats. But what I want to know as an artist, seeing some of these battles or catching clips and bits and pieces, what's been one of your favorite battles that you've seen that you're like, yo, like they really came to really show us and showcase what the masterpiece of who they truly are?
Mm. Whew, I would have to say that, I mean, I'm sure this is everybody's pick, but I really like that Jeezy versus Gucci, man. Not even be like it was the music, their music selection and kind of how they were going at it was definitely interesting, but just the context and like how long that had been going on for them to come back and do that. Just the momentum itself was amazing, let alone the actual performance.
Okay, but definitely, most of it. Shouts out to Jeezy and Gucci, man. Two dope icons out here in this business, man. All right, so real quick, give us a few of your hobbies, man. What do you like to do on your spare time in your free time?
Mm. Well, other than music, I would definitely have to say that I'm a video game guy. I play me some Division 2. I run Destiny. I do a lot of good bit of that. I know that I write occasionally, like not music. I do. I have a 10-chapter book that I'm currently, pushing to finish, and some other short stories. But other than that, I don't really got many hobbies. And then, the hobbies that I did have definitely got cut short a little bit because of this whole COVID incident that we got going on. But,
Okay.
it is.
I feel that. All right, so real quick, man. So again, switching gears. We recently, now we get to go jump into the sports aspect. I'm pretty sure you probably follow sports a little bit, I'm sure. And what I want to know from you is, what was it like seeing those Los Angeles Lakers, man, take them 2020 NBA championships, and LeBron really once again solidifying himself as the dominant top player of all time and the greatest player of all time?
It was I was nervous, but it was what I expected. I was hoping that LeBron could finally get people to quiet down about this debate, him versus Jordan or whatever. Like, nah, you know what it is, LeBron. Like he already had it, but if there was ever a question, boom, there's your answer, LeBron. Like,
exactly,
because he knew what it was. He went in with that and with the intention to get it. And even before, when they had asked him, how are you feeling about your chance? He was like, well, we don't got it until we got it. And then that's when I'll be like, yeah, I'm happy that I got it and all that.
Okay.
Because it was amazing.
I feel
to
that.
say the least.
Okay. So real quick, give us some of your top influences that, that has influenced you in your career. Like, who has been some of your influence that has, made you the man that you are today?
I would definitely have to say, first of all, my friend Kyle from Florida, he directly influenced my relationship with music in every way. Definitely my dad, because my dad was a rapper, and he was definitely pushing his career, and he decided to focus on me, and it was definitely a big man move, and I appreciate it to this day. I mean, I look at him and I'm like, I would have took the fame, but at the same time, definitely kidding. And I appreciate him for everything that he sacrificed to raise me so that I can then fulfill his dream anyway through me. And my boy Dustin, he's very influential, just being my hype man and just my support and keeping me grounded and focused on the music. Who else? Let me think. Definitely my mom. My mom as well.
Okay.
And then, shouts out to No Comparison. My guy up in NC, definitely gotta shout him out. He has been major help. He not only as features, but just as an artist, I appreciate the music that he puts out, and it's always nice working with him.
Okay. So speaking on collaborations, man, are there any local artists out here or any entertainment artists out here that you would love to get in the studio with and just really lay down a track with?
I know I'm definitely interested to do a track with, I know I want to do one with LOBG, just because that would be a step in a direction that I have not approached before, but I think I could do it. not even to front or anything. I just feel like it would be good music. I think we could find a lane to take where we wouldn't be stepping too far out of, I guess, persona or what the music is supposed to be, but we'd still be able to collab together, and I think that would be fantastic. But any other local artists? I know I was interested in working with Convo. That was pretty cool. I had managed to catch that interview, and that got me very interested in him. But anybody else? No, I hadn't had any plans, but definitely open. I have no qualms working with anybody. Anyone who sees my music and decides they want a piece of that on there, I am appreciative, and it is great.
Okay, okay. Now, real quick, give us the best piece of advice that you've ever gotten in your life.
Oh, I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I said, give us the best piece of advice that you've ever gotten in your life.
Ooh. Ask. The worst you can get is a no.
Okay.
That was probably the best advice I've ever gotten. Is just ask. The worst they could say is no.
Okay.
Because I mean, other than that, it wouldn't matter for anything.
Right.
You know?
Right. I feel that. Okay. So real quick, to all the up and coming artists out here that is listening, that are watching, what piece of advice can you give to them to keep them going, to keep their drive pushing?
I would just say, you gotta want it. Like it should be, even if it's not like a deep wanting, like if you're interested in music and you feel like you have something to contribute just because of the art, I would say just stay focused. Like have people around you that support you. But usually it is intrinsic motivation. It's from the inside. Like you have that, and that won't go away just because some people think your music ain't good. Them's the wrong people.
Right.
If you spent the proper amount of time on your music and you were meant to do music, then that's the wrong group of people. Go to another group, and then go to another group and see who's messing with your music. If it's nobody, then yeah, you could throw in the towel, I guess, if you'd like, or just change it up.
Okay.
Move some things here, do some different stuff there. I always think there's a way to make it, and I never think anybody should give up unless they're doing it for reasons other than it being them or them feeling they can genuinely contribute.
Okay. So real quick, once again, switching gears. So we've had a lot of hood movies that have dropped out here in the world, and we all have seen so many of them. But if you had to give your top number one favorite hood movie of all time, what would that hood movie be?
It's funny. It's funny you say that, because despite the hood movies I've seen, my favorite is the spoof of all of them. That Don't Be a Menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood.
Okay.
I love that movie with a passion. Okay. Boys in the Hood is my favorite, but that movie all time. Over all the hood movies, I'd watch that movie because it is hilarious, and it still somewhat holds the messages of the hood movies, even if it is getting a laugh from them.
Okay. So real quick, give us your top 5 favorite comedians of all time.
Ooh. Richard Pryor, definitely. I went back in time to watch all his stuff. Like, he is hilarious.
Okay.
Such a travesty for him to be gone already. Like,
yeah.
I wish he had been born just earlier so I could get a little more Richard Pryor, because that dude was amazing.
Right.
But him, Chris D'Elia is hilarious. Period. Brent Morin, he's really funny. Kevin Hart, definitely. I've been watching this stuff for a minute, so he has kind of dropped, but still one of the funniest people I've seen, and he always gets a laugh out of me. And Todd Barry. I don't know if you've seen Todd Barry. He's kind of a deadpan comedian, but it's just the timing and the way he says things. It really gets me going.
Okay. Shouts out to all those dope comedians out here taking over, you know what I'm saying, putting their flag in the grass, you know what I'm saying. All right, so real quick, give us one of your favorite childhood memories of all time.
I think one of my favorite childhood memories was this one time when my mom was reading me the ABC book by Dr. Seuss,
Mm-hmm.
and then my dad decided to interpretive dance to a spelling book. And it sounds bizarre, and most people are like, you can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
He did. He very much did, and it was hilarious, and I remember it to this day. It was the best.
Okay, I feel that. So real quick, when it comes to social media, man, how do you feel like social media has played a big part in your career and in your life to, you know, really get you out there and get people to know who you are?
I think social media has been a big effect because just making connections, period. Like, because I know I went to college for a year, and then I'm taking off this year because of the whole pandemic situation, and so I can, you know, get some more focus on my music. But just social media in general has done a lot to help me stay in contact with friends I've made here, friends that I may have made abroad. It's great for that. And as far as my music, it's been very helpful as far as making distributing easier and making marketing more manageable as far as just me, or if I have me and then somebody else helping me out, it's definitely become easier. And it's convenient. It's super nice. I love not having to like, okay, well now that I finished this song, let me go to a CD player or a tape store and then go get that and then record that onto the all of that. It would have been very discouraging. I still would have tried as hard as I do, but having all this technology is definitely a godsend.
Okay. And where are you from originally?
Uh, I'd say that I stayed in South Carolina the longest, so I'll say South Carolina. But yeah, I was born in Anchorage, Alaska.
Okay. That's what's up. All right. So let me ask you, do you feel like your career has been everything that you've wanted it to be?
It's been everything that I expect it to be right now. I definitely have a lot of wants for my career and expectations of what I plan to accomplish. But I'm very satisfied with how it's gone so far. I'm very, very happy with the reception I've got and people that I've worked with, anybody who's listened and just said they liked it, all of that. I appreciate any bit of support that I've gotten, and I only plan to do more in the next year.
Okay. Now again, switching gears, you mentioned, the pandemic, things of that nature. How have you been coping with this pandemic and this whole, you know, Black Lives Matter situation? How have you been dealing with that?
Mm. Just having the people that I got and just focusing on music and making sure that I'm taking care of myself and just being focused on what's important has definitely helped. And just staying focused, working, getting social interaction when I can, and just making sure that I remind myself what it's for, and that yeah, there's a pandemic, but like many of the pandemics before, we have a likelihood of getting out of it, and it shall pass, and even if it don't pass, it'll probably be something like a sneeze or like a cold in 2030 something, and be like, oh yeah, I got the corona, hopes.
Yeah.
But we also hope it just goes away. But it's been a struggle to cope, definitely. But like anything else, if you can't change it, you might as well just try your hardest to get along with it and be buddies until it goes away.
Okay. Now, how do you feel about these virtual shows that have been brought to social media when it comes to all these concerts and these big entertainment artists going out here on Instagram and Facebook and doing shows? How do you feel about that and seeing them do they still bring the fans and the audience something that they can remember and watch for all eternity?
Well, I think First of all, it's just another play on how important technology has become in the music industry. And I think it's great. I enjoy, yeah, I enjoy seeing people do what they love to do and being able to do it quicker. You know, just be able to record it or put it on live and just put it out. And then that way we get a more raw and unrefined yet more genuine side of them, you know, because polishing is nice, but it does take away certain aspects of a genuine conversation, and it makes it feel a little less personal as far as what they're talking about or how the show may be running.
Okay.
But I think it's awesome.
Okay. Now, do you feel like with everything that's been going on, do you feel like this has inspired you to put some of what's going on into your music?
Yeah, I am, but I definitely don't want to let it dominate my music because I think it's a periodic thing. It's definitely serious, but I think making music about that on top of the intense coverage that it already takes, in my mind, is kind of just like an overload, and there's really no need for me to do it because, as you see, they're already 24/7 watching that scenario. So I might as well give something else or add something else that you could think about that may be a little less stressful. You know, not distracting from the situation, but just relieving a little bit of the worry and stuff that may come about thinking about that, and then knowing, oh, well, I mean, I'm not going to really be thinking about that in this song.
Okay. 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 I feel that. I feel that. Now I want to get into part of the podcast where we turn up. I like to have this thing where I like to turn up the notch a little bit. It's called the extra heat. So now we're about to get into some extra heat, you know, part of the show. So, you know, when it comes to, you know, your personal life and things of that nature, you know, is J.Quest himself, is he, you know, is he dating anybody? Is there anybody he's looking at? Is there anybody that's been looking at him? Like, can you give us a little insight on, you know, what is you, are you talking to somebody? You taking, like, what's going on with that?
Right. I am dating somebody. Her name is China. She's been my girlfriend and my most amazing companion for 6 months now.
Okay.
And she's definitely the best. I have no plan of leaving. Like, she's great. She gives me a lot that most women that I've come in contact with are not capable of giving, or really not um, fully aware of the emotional depth and kind of the levels involved in serious relationships. So she definitely fulfills those requirements, and she's just a great person. She really is. She's awesome.
Okay. Okay. Now, real quick, give us your favorite your favorite dream destination that you would love to be that you would love to travel and visit.
Bahamas.
Okay.
Well, no. Yeah, the Bahamas. I would love to go back to the Bahamas because it was a great experience the first time. I had managed to get on a cruise and go with my mom, and it was fantastic. I loved it. And I would love to take my girl just because she hasn't traveled much. So I'd love to introduce her to that, as well as it just being so clear, you know, and it's great weather if you go at the right time. And then the water is just it's warm, it's beautiful. The fishes swim, like, it's amazing.
Okay.
It's amazing.
Okay. Give us your top favorite dream car of all time.
Oof. Ooh. I would have to say, man, that's a hard one. The Tesla Roadster. I would have to say the Tesla Roadster is my favorite. And if I ever ran up a bag next night, that is what I would drop it on.
Okay.
Because that is an amazing car, and it's like the love child of a Prius and a Lamborghini in my mind. Like, it's the beauty of electric driving, and then the beauty of wanting to go super fast and have a sexy car and all that.
Okay.
It's good.
All right, now give us your favorite color.
My favorite color is yellow, but for that car, I'd probably go with Cabernet Red.
Okay.
just to get that little dark red tint that it has. It's nice.
Okay. Okay. Now, real quick before you wrap it up, is there anything else that we need to be on the lookout for from you before the end of the year of 2020?
Yes, yes. Just be on the lookout. I got two singles coming very soon, uh, and more on the way. Remixes. I'll probably I probably won't do an album till next year, but I know there's definitely a lot of singles and remixes to be on the lookout for. Um, just more spots like this where I get to talk and be more personal, and just anything else that I happen to do. J.Quest, you know where I'm at.
Already. Well, brother, we appreciate you for coming up here and talking with us on episode 164. Man, I've definitely enjoyed myself and talking with you, learning some things about you, man. And I definitely hope that you will come back because we would definitely love to have you back right here on Independent Scene with me. And real quick before we go, let the people know where they can follow you at, where they can tap in with you at, man.
You can check me out on Spotify, J.Quest. It's me. It's a little baby picture of me. So if you've seen my face on this, you'll probably recognize. SoundCloud, J.Quest. A little more recognizable than that. YouTube is your boy J.Quest. Instagram is J.Quest. All those. I got all those. And then if you're trying to stream me, just whatever you got, I should be on it.
Yes, sir. With that being said, brother, I appreciate you. I thank you. It has been fun. It's been real. And with that being said, man, continue to do well. Continue to, continue to put out dope music. I salute you. I support you. And I look forward to seeing you again someday, all right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Take care of yourself, all right, G?
Man.
All right. And there you guys have episode 164 with the one and only J.Quest. Definitely big shouts out to him for coming through and rocking with us. Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. As I said, I will be back with episode 164 with also Avo Kid. Yeah, so I will be starting up that live at 7:15. So make sure you guys stay tuned. Make sure you guys stay locked in. And I will see you guys next time on another edition of Independent Scene. Stay safe, stay blessed. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. Once again, peace and blessings. This is your boy Honcho J23.